Spring practice getting underway this week. Eastern Michigan football ready to get going. Greg Steiner alongside head coach Chris Creighton. And Coach, the winter is finally ended. It's time to get back out on the great turf of the factory beginning Tuesday, and a good feeling to finally be back in practice. I know you've been with the guys in workouts, but it's not quite the same.
Well, it's come quickly. You know, this winter has gone by quickly, but we're all super excited about starting spring. Can't believe it's here already. But doing what we love. I mean, the training, we understand how important that is, and we get after it. But we love playing and coaching football, and we get to do that here soon.
You look at last year, how much do you think that offseason really helped prepare you for what became the successful season that was?
It's the backbone for any team every year. You know, no matter how much discipline you have in one season, no matter the team chemistry, everything changes in January. You have guys who leave, you have some guys who join the team, you're recruiting others, it changes again in June. And I think that to take anything for granted is always a mistake. You need to rebuild and start over and start that investment and that commitment. And that's, like I said, the backbone of any season.
How do you go about knowing that you're going to begin Tuesday? You've already had to change the page, tell all the guys kind of flush last year, it's a new year. How do you go about doing that?
Well, we do. We talk about that a lot. I always like to think of it in terms of climbing a mountain. Just because you've gotten to the top, if you're climbing it again, you're still at square one. You still have to put one foot in front of the other. Not that we got to the top of the mountain. Don't get me wrong. And so, but when you've gone a certain height or a certain distance before, you know it's possible, and you're more oriented. You might have a little bit more confidence. But whenever you think that you are going to just start from that spot, or you're going to get to that spot easily, you have a rude awakening. And so it's the balance of saying we're starting over, but then it's also trying to use some of the momentum and the confidence from saying, hey, you know, we've climbed a certain distance before, and we know we can do it.
Here with Eastern Michigan head coach Chris Creighton on the football side of things. And Coach, you look at it, you had some changes on your staff. You bring 2 new members in on the offensive side, and Jay Nunez as well as Luke Meadows, and you change your coordinators. You bring Aaron Keene over. How do you see things changing offensively this year?
Well, part of the reason offensively that we promoted Coach Keene is, one, because he's a phenomenal coach and has been integrally, you know, in a part of what we've been doing, but we believe in what we're doing, and so he's going to have his own nuance and adjustments and whatnot, his own personality, but our guys are not going to be learning a whole new system, because we have believed in it and have done it for 3 years. And then Coach Meadows is making us better. I mean, he's really good. The guys have really enjoyed him, and we haven't really been out in the field coaching yet, football, but he's just been a really good fit on our staff, and super excited. And then Coach Nunez, he's going to be coordinating special teams as well as coaching the tight end, so he's stepping into Coach Keene's role, and he's passionate about special teams. And so, we're expecting him to make us better.
I guess the offense was certainly a bright spot, as was special teams. Defensively, Neil Nethery and the entire defense in place, and you bring 8 of your starters back, not having to change a whole lot, but you do really have to replace those seniors that meant a lot.
No question. That's true of any healthy program every year, and you plan for that, and you're always trying to develop. I think that our defensive staff is really excited about year 2. I mean, this time last year hadn't coached a single down of our defense, and so much of it is just installing, and that culture, the attitude, the effort, knowing our base concepts and whatnot. Now we have that basis. Now we have that expectation, and now we can start getting better. And we expect to take steps forward there.
Overall, 17 starters return on both the offense, defense, and special teams side of things. The 8th most experienced team in terms of returners. But that also means some pressure. Last year, maybe people weren't expecting something. Now this year, it's harder to maybe keep that success going to some degree, isn't it?
Well, first of all, I don't know that anybody on the outside still has any expectations for us. Don't know that people think we're for real or not, right? So, that's fine. We are internally again, just with the off season, starting over in all the ways that you need to, and then rebuilding and hopefully going to where we've gone and then past that, again this year. But so it's another process. It's, going 1-0 every day and every play and every series. And we're excited about that challenge.
When you look at year one, when you were first starting that first practice till now, it'll be the fourth time you go out there and lead. Is it any less kind of butterflies in your stomach when you get that first chance to run out there?
Well, I don't know if it's butterflies. I mean, there's excitement both times for sure. It definitely has a different feel.
Sure.
Now, I mean, it feels a lot more like what I'm comfortable with and used to. And so there's a fun anticipation, about knowing that we've got a group of guys that are hungry to get better, want to get coached, and want to be pushed. And, that's just a fun feeling being around a bunch of guys like that.
You got the schedule as well earlier this week and a chance to be showcased again nationally 5 times down the stretch, but 5 home games means one less time at home and having to go on the road a little bit more this year as well. We
got to make them count at home. You got to make them count. And, we played pretty well on the road last year. We sure did. So, what we said from the first February here, we'll play, anyone, anytime, any place. And, when we truly believe that and act that way, then it's, tell us what time and we'll play.
Final moments here with head coach Chris Creighton. As you look at this, you again have a chance for high school and coaches to come in, another chalk talk that you're having early on in spring, and another way to kind of get high school coaches around here and a good opportunity for them to learn from your staff as well.
Saturday, March 11th, we're having our annual chalk talk, and it's an awesome opportunity to come and be a part of our meetings and then to be on the field during practice. And then there's less presentation from our coaches. It's more come with questions and then let's sit down and talk about it and make each other better. And it's been very successful. It makes all of us better, and we look forward to it.
Spring game will be here before you know it in early April, but 15 opportunities to get better each day. And this year, the added bonus of not having to commute back and forth. Last year with the bubble offline, you had to go off campus. Will that help make things a little more fluid because you're not traveling everywhere?
More fluid, yes, but we had some adversity last winter and it paid off in the fall. That's kind of what we're built on, and so we are, fortunate to be able to have the bubble back up and running, and who knows what the weather will do, but it'll make it more fluid.
It is Michigan. Anything can happen, and we certainly know and expect there'll probably be a cold and chilly day out there as well.
No question.
Coach, we appreciate your time. As always, we'll have practice updates on emueagles.com.